What is Omicron? How dangerous it is, and how will the current vaccines perform or be effective? Most of us thought that COVID-19 was finally over or at least controlled. But guess what? The start of 2022 has experienced more cases of COVID. 2019 and now 2022, this never-ending virus has caused a lot of dilemmas around the globe, and ever since COVID has started, the world has been suffering a lot. Every few months, different variants, various mutants, and all this frightening for everyone. However, in present times, a discovery has been made. A new variant of COVID, Omicron, is excavated. Another variant that is highly infectious and dangerous than all the other variants that came before. Though some of the information that you will get online and through numerous social media platforms can be very deceptive, sure, COVID kills, but so does the COVID misinformation. That is why we have come up with this video to uncover some important facts about Omicron and educate you about the reality. Before we move in any further, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. What is Omicron? So Omicron is everywhere, but what exactly is it? Probably another chapter of concern to our lives and an addition to COVID-19. You would be surprised to know that Omicron was first discovered in the month of November in areas of South Africa and Botswana. According to the researchers, Omicron has spread faster than any other COVID variant. Well, as much it is panicking, there is more to the story. Some scientists are skeptical, and according to them, they still have to observe and know more aspects about Omicron. They recognize it by the number of mutations it had. Initially, there were 50 mutations of Omicron. Keeping into consideration the mutations and rising cases of this variant, WHO named it as a variant of concern on 26 November. They also gave a strict warning globally about the surge in cases. Since then, Omicron has been reported in more than 90 countries. In America, this variant was first specified when a resident returned from South Africa, and after a few days, the Center of Disease Control revealed that almost 70% of the infections in the United States were of Omicron. This clarifies that the spread of this variant is very high, and it is surging in different parts of the world on a daily basis. By now, you are aware that Omicron spreads very fast. It is 2 to 3 times more than the Delta variant. What are the symptoms of Omicron? Are you familiar with the symptoms and signs of Omicron? Here is a list of indications that can help you educate yourself and others to detect the early signs and protect yourself. And almost all of them are like previous COVID-19 signs. Flu, cough, shortness of breath is a serious symptom, sore throat, headaches, diarrhea, discoloration of fingers or toes, chest pain, confusion and loss of speech, difficulty in movement, which is found only in a few cases. Well, it's essential to take all the precautions and wear safety masks to protect ourselves. Omicron can lead to hospitalization and death in many cases. It's good to be wise and take care of ourselves. Impact on immunity and reinfection. Well, this question is very important, and some of you might have thought of this while watching this video. Certainly, the immunity from previous infections provides a little protection against diseases, but it doesn't do much when it comes to Omicron. Investigators have found that it can cause hindrance to the immunity of people affected by this variant. Not just this, but some of the British researchers found out that the people who had already suffered from COVID were 5 times more prone to be affected by Omicron. Several examinations and analyses are done to understand the heightened risk of this variant and the reinfection caused by it. How will the current vaccine perform or be effective? Various researchers and their studies indicate that current vaccination and the booster shot can provide full exemption against the variant, Omicron. Though it is said that full vaccination without the booster shot is not strong enough to stop the virus. One of the research methods that was done by some scientists stated that they mixed the antibodies of fully vaccinated people and Omicron in a petri dish that was filled with human cells. This research inferred that every vaccine tested against Omicron has not done the job of counterbalancing it. It has made the process even worse. However, when the test was carried out, including the people who got booster shots, the results were a different picture of this whole Omicron story. Furthermore, it demonstrated that antibodies of such people were working efficiently to some extent against this variant. Not just this, Pfizer and BioNTech vaccines are only 33% effective against the Omicron. However, these vaccines have proven to be more effective on the other variants. These studies and different results have explained the variant and its intensity to some extent. Due to this, several countries around the globe have introduced campaigns regarding booster shots so that the widespread of this variant can be controlled. But there is one more important question, and here it is. How dangerous can Omicron be? Initial analysis suggests that Omicron can be dangerous for particularly the ones who are not vaccinated. Though, just like we mentioned, 2 doses of vaccination and booster shot can create a barrier to prevent people from getting hospitalized due to this variant. In many countries, people are affected by Omicron in a very huge number, and recovering from such a virus can be problematic for people with weak immune systems. Keeping in mind the fact that it is very contagious, which can be severe enough to human life. With that said, health departments are also fearful that health care systems might face great obstacles due to the widespread of Omicron. Lastly, some researchers say the best information we have at the moment indicates the threat posed by Omicron is substantial and imminent, and individuals and governments should be prepared to respond accordingly. They have cautioned people about it, and now it's our responsibility to take it seriously and follow all the precautions to keep each other safe. Moreover, as suggested by the WHO, it is important for people to maintain physical distance, wear a well-fitting mask and not cloth masks, and the people who aren't vaccinated are yet, please vaccinate yourself to protect yourself and others too. Well, that is it for this video. Remember, COVID is not a joke, and it's not over yet. It keeps coming in different variants and mutations, so it's better to keep the mask on. What are your thoughts about this video? Drop your comments or any suggestions regarding this topic, and make sure that you implement the facts from this video by sharing them with your friends and family. We will see you with another informative video. Till then, keep watching and be safe.